Greetings everyone. Today I'm going to share some information about some of the most important empires from 550 to 188 BCE. In case you are not sure of the meaning empire, well, here it is. An empire is a group of countries controlled by one ruler. Don't get it confused with a kingdom though, because a kingdom is a country ruled by a king or queen from a royal family. Now, the empires I'm going to talk about are the Persian Empire, the Athenian Empire, Alexander the Great's empire, Ptolemaic Empire, the Seleucid Empire, and the Mauryan Empire. As you can see, we are going to start with the Persian Empire, one of the largest in history. Founded by Cyrus the Great, this empire took over the Anatolian Peninsula, Medes, and the Greek city-states. It had a very diverse in culture, architecture, and used very different styles for coins, buildings, and decoration. Their main religion was Zoroastrianism. The religion had two main deities, the Ahura Mazda and Ahriman. The first being the god of light and truth, then there was the second being the god of darkness and evil. When it came to trade, they had a standardized measurements using gold and silver. This empire didn't last long, but how? When after a failed invasion of Greece by Xerxes I, this empire couldn't go on. It could only go downhill from there. Next, we have the Athenian Empire, creator of the Delian League and a collection of city-states. Originally founded by Xerxes, who eventually died at 456 BCE, the empire or league continued, either adding or conquering more states. By that I mean you agree to join them on your own, peacefully, or they will force you. Religion and culture was not much of a problem, as most people agree with the old polytheistic religion of Zeus, Hera, and Athena. It was easy to trade as they cleared the Aegean of pirates, so it was just them. This empire ended after a brutal quarrel, if you could say that, with Sparta. Alexander the Great is the founder of this empire, if it was not obvious enough. He was one of the history's greatest military minds who established the largest empire the ancient world had ever seen. He conquered, destroyed, and pillaged with no mercy. A lot of people from different professions did training in this empire, which added variety to the trades. This empire died when Alexander himself died. This ended up in the empire splitting up into three military states after 50 years of civil war. Two of those empires I'm going to talk about next. And one of them is the Ptolemaic Empire. The general who won over the Ptolemaic Empire and won over Egypt was Ptolemy. He ruled Egypt as if it was a private estate. This was shown as they had non-Egyptian soldiers fighting in the Ptolemaic wars and keeping the Egyptian subjects line. Although Ptolemy preferred Greek gods, he and all the Greeks respected the Egyptian gods. An advantage that Egypt had because of the Greeks was the different things they had to trade. So it was very diverse as they had Egyptian minerals and materials with Greek managed with Greek and other materials. Now, despite that fact, they had financial problems. So the empire started breaking up until you could not even call it an empire. The second empire that was a result of Alexander's death was the Seleucid Empire, founded by Seleucus I Nicator, or Victor, who eventually took over most of Alexander's empire except for Egypt, part of Pakistan, and the Aegean Sea basin. Seleucus decided on two capitals, one at Seleucia on the Tigris River, and one at Antioch in Syria. As Seleucus preferred Greek mythology, he wanted a root or backstory, so he thought of himself as Apollo's son. The empire's training range was expanded due to a treaty with Chandragupta, the leader of the Mauryan Empire. As usual, this empire came to an end. But why? Well, after a failed attempt of conquering Thrace, also known as northeastern Greece, the Romans pushed them back. Yes, as you can see, the Romans wanted to conquer this exact same place. So, they defeated Antiochus III quickly, who at the time was the leader of the Seleucid Empire. And after that, it did not go well for the Seleucid Empire. Bits of the empire just kept getting gobbled up by, quote, neighbors and nomadic.
The last empire I'm going to talk about is the Mauryan Empire. This empire emerged as part of Persia conquered by Seleucus. It was founded by Chandragupta Maurya, the ruler of the kingdom of Maghda. They were very organized as they split the empire up into provinces, districts, and villages. Taxes and management were handled in all these areas by royal officials, including superintendents, judges, clerks, and inspectors. The grandson of Chandragupta, Ashoka, killed 99 of his brothers to secure his position as the emperor. He decided to become Buddhist, which agreed with Hinduism, so everything was fine. When it came to trade, the Mauryan Empire's trade stretched for more than 4,000 miles across the Indo-Mediterranean. But after Ashoka's death, the empire had some weak monarchs, which led to the empire slowly disappearing. It officially ended, though, when the last emperor was assassinated.
They were very organized as they split the empire up into provinces, districts, and villages. Taxes and management were all handled in all these areas by royal officials, including superintendents, judges, clerks, and inspectors. The grandson of Chandragupta, Ashoka, killed 99 of his brothers to secure his position as the emperor. He decided to become Buddhist which agreed with Hinduism, so everything was fine. When it came to trade, the Mauryan Empire's trade stretched for more than 4,000 miles across the Indo-Mediterranean. After Ashoka's death, the empire had some weak monarchs which led to the empire slowly disappearing. It officially ended, though, when the last emperor was assassinated. Now I will quickly reflect about the statement of inquiry. The global context for this unit is orientation in time and space, which is linked to the topic of the empires 550 to 188 BCE. It also connects to the statement of inquiry. I have learned a lot by connecting these to the SOI and different empires. This further explained to me how the empires developed during these ages. The kind of democracy these empires imply is very influential. These empires are very interesting as they found ways to coexist in one region of the world, although they were all going at each other's throats. They achieved this due to a lot of wars that did not really have a victor, but still weakened the empire. These are the sources used in the making of these videos: the website www.history.com and the World History book written by Gabriel Krell